Today's video is on a really interesting topic that I was asked to comment on, and that is the resurgence of all of these respiratory infections that occurred post-pandemic or when people started to interact again during the pandemic. And it seemed like kids were getting sick and adults even getting sick with multiple different respiratory viruses that were gone for a year or a year and a half or 2 years. And that led to lots of wild speculation, but it's really a simple explanation. These respiratory viruses and respiratory bacteria, they circulate year in and year out. And everybody gets infected multiple times when they're a child. For example, RSV, you don't get through age 2 without getting RSV. And what happened during the pandemic was because of social distancing, because of increased hand washing, because of schools being on remote or in alternative means of education, or the fact that people were wearing masks a lot more, travel, social interaction was down. Many of those respiratory viruses, just like COVID-19, found it very hard to spread. In fact, one strain of influenza B went extinct during the pandemic. But then people started to interact again. And all those children who would have gotten infected at age 1 or 2 are now 4 years old and haven't gotten infected. So the pool of susceptible individuals to all of those respiratory infections, from RSV to common cold viruses to metapneumovirus to group A strep to hand, foot, and mouth disease, that pool got bigger and bigger and bigger. And when those viruses started to recirculate, they had many more people to infect. And instead of infecting both birth cohort each year, they infected everybody all at once. And that led to a lot of popular press reports about respiratory virus infection surging, group A strep infection surging, and people wondered why that happened. It was simply because there were so many more people to be infected because they didn't get infected at age 1. They made it all the way up to age 3 or 4, whatever it might have been. And now this whole pool of people was now interacting, and those viruses, those bacteria didn't go anywhere. And now they all got infected at once, and we had that big surge, which is sort of now kind of been caught up to, but we called it kind of an immunity debt. You all owed a debt. All children owe a debt to these respiratory viruses. They've got to get infected sometime, and they all just got infected at once. So I hope that clears up some of the speculation on why that happened.